Good morning, everyone. So, I am going to give some time for you guys to hop on. I hoped that by giving you guys a heads up that more people would be able to tune in live. So if you hop on and you have a team page, share this to your team page. That way everyone is getting notified that it is happening, because this is a topic that I really need to talk about, honestly. It's something that has been on my mind and on my heart, and I have also had conversations with other leaders about it. So it is definitely an important one. Let me see if I can invite people. Okay. Invite. I'm inviting all of y'all. I'm inviting the mother load, y'all. So bear with me. I am on a roll. That invite button is going cray-cray. Hey, Betsy. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, everyone. So yeah, if you have a team page, share it in your team page. That way we can get more people on to listen to this. It is going to be a tough love. It is going to be some real talk. It may not sit well with some of you guys, okay? And it may not sit well with you because you know that it may be something that you're doing. Good morning, Joy. Are you ready? Are you ready? Good job, Samantha. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Crystal. Share to your team pages, ladies. Jenny, good morning, good morning, good morning. So as you guys are hopping on and sharing, I'm going to finish writing down a few of my notes. I get some of my best thoughts in. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Some of my best thoughts in when I'm working out. So I immediately was like, okay, I got to hurry up, finish my workout, shower, and get live as soon as possible. So I didn't even write down notes. But a lot of what I think about when I work out relates to not only the workout that I'm doing, but also how it relates to my business. So often I think about how there's multiple different instructors that teach the same live stream, right? So there's 3 different dance instructors, and they each have their own personality. They each have their own different style, and they all have different reasons why I like to work out with them, okay? So I gravitate more towards one rather than the other, but in a situation, I may still need to do the things, right? But I may have to just work out with that person, okay? So this just starts my mind thinking, okay? How many of you guys have said in the last couple months, I wish my team were doing something. I wish that I were making more money. I wish that I were sponsoring more people. I wish that I had more sales, but I'm not doing the things I should be doing. How many of you follow your I wishes with, but I'm not? Okay. How many of you say that I suck at sponsoring, but then you don't do anything to change the fact that you haven't figured out your sponsoring yet? Is this resonating with anyone yet? I wish, but I'm not yet. Okay, this is where we are going to take the fact that maybe we're not breeding the results that we want, but we're going to own up to that and we're going to change it. So a lot of times I will see people, and I will actually hear from you guys as teammates that you're not seeing the results that you want. So you recognize that you're not seeing the results. You know that you're not doing what you need to do, and you're discouraged because you're not progressing. It doesn't make sense, guys. If you recognize that there's a problem, you have to take accountability to change that problem, okay? And I think of it, let's see, where do I want to start with this? Let's start with, no, we'll go into this and then I'll go, okay. I'm trying to process my brain as far as where I want to bring this all together full circle. Okay. So You recognize there's a problem. You recognize that you're not doing anything about it, but you're not getting the results that you want. So A, you either forfeit your rights to complain about not being where you are, okay? Or you recognize that there's a problem, you assess what you can do differently, and you change things in order to breed different results. So inaction breeds fear and doubt. Action breeds confidence. It breeds empowerment. It breeds accomplishment, okay? So I would rather you guys be imperfectly taking action and doing things and falling down and learning from them than sitting on the sidelines perfectly poised and put together and not doing anything, okay? I learned a lot of what I do and what not to do by taking action. I had imperfect action, which taught me what I needed to do differently and where I needed to tweak my business. So my spammy messages, okay? I learned by doing it, and I had to recognize that, okay, I'm not getting results from the messages that I'm sending. What can I do differently? If you are saying that you are horrible at sponsoring, you have to look at what you're doing. How are you trying to sponsor? What are your messages saying? How many people are you talking to about? What do your posts look like? Would you join you? Would you invest $99 in you as a leader? If you cannot answer 100% that you would join you, then you need to tweak it. It's not failing. It's not weakness. It is recognizing an issue and addressing that issue. So I kind of started thinking about all different scenarios in life where we are just as at fault for not addressing an issue as the person causing the issue, okay?
Me?
No. So if you work in a medical field and you see malpractice, if you do not address that issue and bring light to that issue, you are just as guilty as the person performing the malpractice, okay? If you do not say something and you do not stand up and say, something is wrong here, we need to change it, then you are just as at fault, okay? Bullying. If you recognize behavioral issues in your children, if you recognize that someone is being bullied, your children, your friends, online bullying, if you recognize that there's an issue and you don't stand up to it and you don't address the fact that there needs to be a change, you're just as at fault for not standing up, okay? Same with your business. If you recognize that you're not where you want to be, you're not sponsoring, you're not selling, you're not leading by example and doing the things that you're asking your team to do, then you are just as at fault for not standing up and saying, there's an issue and we got to fix this. What can we do differently to help you guys succeed and make things better? So we as leaders, if you have a single person on your team, you are a leader. If you have someone who has joined your team and you are expecting them to do the things, you have to be doing the things, okay? You are setting the pace. And this is kind of where I bring it back to the workout and how this all came about. If you go to a class, a workout class, and your instructor is half-assing everything, they don't know the moves, they're not doing it, they're kind of just sitting there watching you, are you going to put all of your effort in? Are you going to go all out if the person teaching you isn't even doing the work? No, okay? Are sometimes we going to have off days where maybe we can't go 120% like we always do? Yeah, leaders have down days. We all have down days. We're humans. It happens. But we still have to show up. We still have to do the things if we're going to expect our teams to do the things. So if you're saying, my team isn't selling, my team isn't sponsoring, my leaders aren't leading, you need to make sure that you're sponsoring, that you're selling, that you're leading, okay? Are you doing the things that you're asking them to do? Because if your hands aren't dirty and in the trenches and doing the things, then you have no right to ask them to do them, okay? I take fault when it comes to parties, okay? For a long, long time, I put parties on the back burner. If someone wanted to host one, awesome, but I was not actively doing that. And guess what? I duplicated that weakness onto you guys. I duplicated me not doing parties onto you guys, and half of you guys probably aren't doing parties because of it. So now I'm noticing the issue, I'm seeing the problem, and I am working to change that, okay? I am owning up to my weakness. I am owning up to where I was not in the trenches with you guys doing the things, even though I was expecting you guys to do the things, okay? So as a leader, as a coach, as a teammate, if you are not doing parties, if you are not actively recruiting and messaging people, sharing the opportunity, if you're not posting, if you're not constantly growing yourself, you have no right to expect your team to, okay? You set the pace. If you're half-assing stuff and you're not 100% all in, how do you expect someone else to be 100% all in, okay? If you, what was the thought that I had the other day? See, squirreled. You are setting the pace, okay? Now, if you go to a class and your instructor is balls to the wall, all in, she's pumped, she's excited, she believes that you are a badass and that you can do this, you're gonna give your all, right? You're gonna wanna do it, and then your excitement is gonna bring other people. You're gonna say, you gotta come to this class with me. It's awesome, this is amazing, it was so much fun, I sweated my butt off, and it was just awesome, okay? Your energy as a leader is going to get the other people excited. When other people are excited and inspired and have that fire lit under them, they're gonna say, come with me. You need to be doing this with me. This is amazing, okay? It's this ripple effect, okay? If you are not taking action, you're not gonna have results. If you don't have results, you're not gonna be motivated. If you're not motivated, no one is gonna wanna be a part of your team, okay? When you are having fun and you're getting your hands dirty and pushing your comfort zone, people feel that energy. Your energy is what's attracting around you. So if you're not sponsoring, it may be that you're not taking action because you're not getting results, and then the results means no motivation. And if you don't have motivation, why is someone gonna trust you to be their sponsor? If you're not motivated to get up and do the things without being told to do the things, then no one is gonna wanna be a part of it, okay? They want someone who is going to push them, who is going to inspire them, who is going to motivate them to be the best version of themselves. And until you guys have that fire and that passion in you and believe 120% what this business can do, the opportunity that this business brings, the company, the vision, everything about this company, you have no right bringing people in, okay? You have to find that passion within you first, because you can't sell a dream that you don't believe in, okay? You have to believe in it, and that is going to bring the people to you. If you are constantly throwing drama out there and you are constantly being negative, you are going to attract that to you. You're going to attract the people who bring drama into your business. You're going to attract the people who are negative, okay? You have to put out what you want back in, okay? And I want you guys to focus on what the heck you are doing here. I want you guys to know without a doubt that you are exactly where you need to be. I want you to know what you are working for. I want you to know this dream that you are working towards, okay? It's not just a dream. It can be your reality, but it's gonna take work and it's gonna take action. And you know what? Sometimes you're gonna have slow months, and sometimes you're gonna have months where you struggle, and sometimes you're gonna have people who push against you. And sometimes things are going to happen that you didn't see in the cards, and you have to take action. If you notice an issue and you're not addressing it in your business, you are just as guilty, okay? If you see something wrong and you don't do something about it, you are just as at fault, okay? It doesn't make you weak to admit that something is wrong. It doesn't. It actually makes you so brave, okay? You know how hard it is for people to admit that they're wrong? Because it's a big ego blow, okay? But you are more amazing and more powerful and more strong by admitting that something is wrong and doing something to change it, okay? So I want you guys to think of some of these things. There is a document here in Boss Babes that says all of these things that I'm going to read to you, but I really want you guys to think about these. What made you press that join button? Of all companies out there, of all opportunities out there, what made you choose this business, your sponsor, this team? What made you press that button? And in that moment, what were you feeling? Were you nervous? Were you scared? Were you excited? Were you empowered? Were you confident? What emotions were going through your mind as you pressed that button? Because I know for myself, I was scared shitless, okay? But I was excited because for the first time in my life, I felt like I had the opportunity to make the change. I had just done something so incredibly scary that I believed in, and I saw the vision. Okay, and I need you guys to see this vision too. But it's not, my vision is not your vision. You have to find your vision. And you have to believe 100 million gazillion % in that vision, okay? Because I can't paint the vision for you. I can only help you discover it, okay? So, what made you press that join button? And in that moment, what emotions were you feeling? If the emotions were positive, when was the last time that you felt that about your business? If you have not felt that about your business in a while, you need to address what you were doing then that you're not doing now. What is missing in the puzzle? If you are no longer feeling that same excitement and emotion and drive and passion, what changed? Where did things go off course? Where did you lose that excitement and why? What are you doing differently now that you were doing then? Okay. What changes can you make to bring that passion and excitement back? How do you get back to that place? Now, that place, you may not get back to that exact place because you're evolving and you're growing. So that place may be a little bit different. It may have different scenery now. It may not look the same, but you still have that feeling in your heart that you're in the right place. How do we get back to that? Okay. If you are struggling in your business because passion and fire and drive is lacking, how do you get back to that place of excitement and passion? Good morning, Chars. Okay. So the difference between where you are and where you need to be, or where you want to be. Think ahead to the next 3 to 5 months, and realistically, how much do you want to be making? Okay? Think about what you want to be making. So obviously, if you only have 1 day a week to work, ideally 1 day a week, you cannot expect big, huge numbers. Now, if you are willing to go all in and you say, I want to be making $5,000 a month, you can realistically do that. But the amount of time you're willing to invest into your business and the amount of things that you're willing to do to invest in your business have to line up with your end result, okay? Now, look at your business and the work that you're putting into your business right now. If you continue to put in the same amount of energy, sell the same amount of products, sponsor the same amount of people, and do the same things that you are doing now, do you honestly believe you're going to get closer to that goal? Most of you are going to say hell to the no, okay? Because what you're doing now is not, you need to multiply it. You need to be doing more if you're not happy with where you are. Okay? And one of our girls recently in a conversation said, I'm making $50 a month, and that's not how much I want to be making, but it's better than not having $50. And honestly, she's worth more than $50 to me. I'm willing to fight for her because she's worth more than $50, okay? And I don't mean worth as in my personal gain. I know that she deserves more than $50 a month, okay? So we have to uncover and figure out what we can do differently to make sure that she never has to make just $50 ever again, because she is capable of so much more than just $50, okay? So we have to address that there's a problem, figure out where we want to go, and where and what we need to do in order to get her there, okay? So our goal is to fill the gap between what you're making now and where you want to be in the next 3, 5, 7, 12 months, okay? What are you willing to do to bridge that gap? And again, if you're just tuning in, this document that I'm reading from is all in a file here in Boss Babes. It's called I think it's called Refocus is what I have it named as, okay? So what are you willing to do to change? What are you willing to change to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be, okay? How many hours a day are you willing to work, or do you have available to work? And this is the key. You don't have to have 500 million gazillion hours to work your business. It's all about working your business smart with the hours that you do have. If you work a 9-to-5 job outside the home and you have kids and you know that you've got to be at point A and point B at certain times and you have a small window, you work as smart as possible in that window. You work with intention, you work deliberate, and you take action, okay? If you know that is all you have, you take massive action in that small amount of time you have, okay? Is it ideal? Probably not. I bet you wish that you had more hours to work, but that's your situation. That is where you are, and that's what you have to work with. Good morning, Leslie, okay? That's what you have. Don't try to fight it. Don't be mad that that's all you have. Don't use it as an excuse that that's all you have. You do what you can with the time that you have available, and you make the most of that time, okay? How many times a day do you need to be posting, okay? If you have a set goal, which the girls that I did this with, we had a set goal of, it's kind of like the Valentina Ganter, the 25 and 3. The 25 and 3 is 25 epic mascaras and sponsor 3 people a month. That averages out to $600 in PRS and 3 new presenters. If you then train your team to do 25 and 3, okay? The duplication process happens, okay? And you can potentially hit green in 3 months just by coaching the 25 and 3 method, okay? So these girls that I was working with were working on rebuilding. So shooting for 500 a month equates to 125 a week. When you break it down into a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more manageable to deal with, okay? So if you're focusing on selling $125 a week to be at $500 in PRS by the end of the month, what do you need to do in that week to make that $125 possible? How many lives do I need to do? How many opportunity posts? How many product posts? You need to figure out and have a game plan. What am I shooting for in order to make sure that that 125 happens, okay? And you may have one week where you've got $200, and then you may have 1 week where you only sold 75. It's all about using that as like parameters of goals to set. But if 500 scares you, break it down. If you're shooting for 1,000 PRS, break it down. What is that a week? What is that per day? What are you going to do in order to get to that goal? Break it down into small bite-sized goals so that you have something daily to push for, okay? Especially if you are very goal-oriented. And most importantly, personal development. This should be a non-negotiable in your business, especially if you are one of those people who know that you're not getting the results that you want. You know that there's a problem and that you need to change something about the way you're working your business, but you haven't yet. You need to do personal development. You cannot take action and overcome hardships and do the hard stuff that you know you need to do unless your mind is in the right place. If you wake up every morning and you're like, well, F this. I can't do this. My team's not working. No one wants to buy. Are you going to take the actions that you need in order to change that? No, because you're already pissed off and you already hate the world and you already think that everyone and their mom is against you. So you have to wake up and immediately within the first 2 hours of your day, put positive thoughts into your mind, okay? Wake up and listen. All you need is 5 to 10 minutes, guys. I am not asking you to read a book. I am not asking you to listen to like an hour-long seminar. I am asking for 5 to 10 minutes for you to fill your mind with positivity and set your path for the day. And you can't just do it one day and then be like, I'm good. You're not good, okay? It took time for you to get to that place of negativity, and it's going to take time for you to get out of that place of negativity. Is that you, Ninny?
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so I kind of broke it down along with these girls, and I said keep it simple and keep it epic. So your goal is 25 epic mascaras and sponsor 3 new presenters every month. That is $600 in PRS, and that's 3 new people on your team. If you then train them to do the same, not only are they hitting yellow, but they're getting their $99 back, and they're unlocking their bonuses. My Ninny's here.
Hey guys.
We're gonna color her hair. So yeah, there's a lot of benefits of why we can teach the 25 and 3, okay? And it doesn't have to, you can totally change this up to whatever you want it to be. But if you get overwhelmed with all the amount of products, or maybe you don't have all the products, focusing on Epic and Epic alone is plenty, okay? Epic can easily be shown in a picture with one eye done and one eye not done. Epic can easily be demonstrated on a video, a live, okay? You can show different tips and tricks just with an Epic mascara. And guess what? You get the Epic waterproof and the black Epic when you join. So they already have the Epic. They have what they need to get the ball rolling, hit fast start, hit these monumental things, and see success right away, okay? So even if you are a leader, okay, no matter what status you are, simply getting back on board and relaunching your business by doing 25 and 3 is going to get the ball rolling. As you build that momentum, you can then change it up. You can push for 1,000, 2,000. You can push for sponsoring 5, 6, 10 people, okay? This is just a beginning parameter for you guys to shoot for, okay? So focus on getting your passion back for your business, getting your mindset in the right place, because you can't be the best leader that you need to be, and you can't lead by example if your mind is in a shithole, okay? You are passing down that negativity to your team if you're thinking shit, okay? If you do not believe in this business, and you do not believe in this company, and you do not believe in this vision, and you do not believe in yourself, you are inevitably going to, in some way, shape, or form, pass that down to your team, okay? You have to get your mind right if you want to help other people change their life, okay? If you do not believe in the dream, you're not going to sell the dream to anyone else. If you don't believe in the vision, you're not going to sell the vision to anyone else. If you don't believe that this company is where you were meant to be, and you don't believe that you can actually make big things happen with this company, there's no way you are going to be able to sell that dream to anyone else. So you have to get your mind where it is. Whether or not you believe it, you are duplicating to your team. I mentioned this before. You're duplicating your weaknesses. You may not be duplicating what you want. So your team isn't sponsoring, your team isn't selling. You're probably duplicating your own inaction to them. If you want them to do the things, you have to do the things, okay? Your energy, your attitude, and your actions set the pace for your team. If they don't see you having fun with it, they're not going to have fun with it. If they don't see you going live, they're not going to be going live. If they don't see you welcoming new people, guess what? They're going to be like, well, she doesn't have to sponsor. I don't have to sponsor either, okay? Everything you do as a leader, even if you have a single person on your team, sets the pace for the rest of them. If they see you slacking, guess what? They're going to slack. If they see you doing things, they think that you are where you are and you're good, and they don't have to do them either, okay? You set the tone, okay? You cannot control what your team does, but you can control what you do. And if you know that there's an issue going on and you know that you're not getting the results that you want, you have to change it, because that is the only thing that you can control. The rest will trickle down. The rest will duplicate, okay? If they see you saying, okay, there's an issue, I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to admit to fault. I'm going to admit that this is not the best version of me, of us as a team, and be able to move forward from it. You have to control what you can control, okay? Joy, you don't have to do makeup daily, okay? Do skincare. Do pre-recorded videos on one day, okay? And then use those. It doesn't have to be live. Yes, live gets more like interaction just because people are asking questions and they can watch the replay and then it's constantly bumping back up. But there's some days where I don't want to wear makeup. A lot of times I don't wear makeup. And the Halloween looks, it's kind of been helpful because then I don't have to do like actual makeup some days, and then I can let my skin breathe another day. But you don't have to do just makeup. Do other stuff. Do your favorite things. Show the kids. Like, find other things that you can go live doing, okay? You don't have to just do makeup. Joy, then you got to figure out what gets you excited about Unique, okay? And staying positive, because it goes back to that inaction cycle. If you're not taking action, you're not having results. And if you're not having results, you're not motivated, okay? It's this big circle. So you need to figure out a way that you can take action on something to change so that you can get the results, so that you can be motivated to do more, okay? You have to figure out what is missing. You have to find the missing piece and the missing link that is causing you to not be. What is it that you're not positive about Unique? What is it that gets you excited in the first place? Go back to that question that I asked. What got you to press the join button? Okay? I already know the answer to it, but focus on that. How do we get Joy back to the excitement and the reason why she pressed the join button? How do we light that fire in you again to get you back to that? What is different between now and then, okay? Good? That is my little tidbit. If you are just hopping on, go watch the replay from the very, very beginning. Lots that needs to be heard. If you have a team page, share this in your team page. I love you guys. I will continue. I get you excited. Well, you can't rely on me to get you excited. You have to find something within you to get you excited. You need to find something. So on days when I don't go in live in here and do tough love, that you're still motivated. You have to find something within yourself to motivate you. You need to uncover your why. You need to figure out what it is that keeps you pushing, so that on days when Megan's not here, you can still have that. You can still be motivated. Because you flew the coop, my friend. I can bring you back into the nest if you want, but I know you don't need that. You just need to find out what it is that keeps you soaring. What it is that keeps you flying, okay? You're migrating. You're flying south. What are you flying south for, okay? Warm weather. What is it, okay? Yes. Yes. Find your color personality. Yes. You have to. Yes, that's a good one. I actually have a training in here on the color personalities. If you know your color personality and you know what drives you, it also opens up a lot of doors as far as your coaching style, and how you can approach other people with that personality, how you can coach people with that personality, and how you can coach people with other personalities, how you can sponsor people with different personalities. So like, here's an example. Okay, so the different color personalities. If you are speaking to someone who is a yellow personality, they are a giver, they are a lover, they love helping other people. They get the most satisfaction from helping others. It's never about them, okay? And you are sitting there talking about the comp plan. You are sitting there talking about money that they're gonna make. You are talking about all of these things and these tangible things, but you're not talking about how it's gonna help people. They're checked out, okay? If you want to sell the opportunity to someone who is a yellow personality, you want to talk about the mission. You want to talk about the unique foundation. You want to talk about how you can help share this opportunity with other people to help change their lives. You get to help instill confidence in them and growth, okay? You want to share these aspects with them, okay? If you're talking to someone who is a red personality, who is very, very money motivated and very driven and very like go-getter, and you're sitting there talking about the foundation and the mission and the whole story behind Unique, guess what? They're like, so how much money am I gonna make? Okay, that's what they want to know. They want to know that we're getting paid every 3 to 4 hours. They want to know like about the bonuses. They want to know what goals they need to hit in order to get stuff done. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can learn from color personalities. Okay, and if you're trying to talk to one color personality, and that's also where conversation happens, okay? You need to have a conversation with someone to understand what their color personality is. You need to be able to pick up on stuff so you can be like, ooh, she is definitely that color. I'm going to talk about this, okay? So you gotta know this stuff, okay? But I am gonna close up on this. I'll go back and I'll answer your comments if I missed you guys on here. But you guys have so much potential. And if you are just twiddling your thumbs, waiting for a miracle to happen and waiting for your team to start doing something, or waiting for people to start buying, or waiting for people to start joining your team, you're going to be twiddling for a while. You need to take action. Admit that there's something wrong. Address what it is. Find out what you need to do to change it and take action. If you don't take action, but you know something's wrong, you're just as at fault, and you forfeit your rights to complain about your business not being where it needs to be. You forfeit the right of complaining about that your team is not doing anything. You forfeit the right to say you're not making enough. You cannot put that on Unique and say direct sales isn't working, or maybe Unique isn't where I'm meant to be, if you're not doing the work. No matter where you are, no matter what company you're in, you're still going to have to do the work, okay? If you love this company and know this is where you were meant to be, you got to figure out the things and take action, okay? Across the board, nothing changes. Just a company, a product, and a comp plan. That's it. And all companies have the same amount of money spread out differently amongst the comp plan, okay? It's all going to end up the same way eventually, okay? I love you guys. I hope this resonated well with some of you guys, because I know it needed to be heard. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.